Secrétaire générale.
Thank you, Mrs. Secretary General. 1 year ago, we took a commitment. We made a commitment, and that was the outcome of all your discussions and thoughts. It brought to the fore one major fact: there is innovation, there is creativity in Africa. There's huge potential. There is a true startup model, a true African startup model that exists. Africa is a startup nation, as some want to say. However, a lot of people don't have access to the financing. So one of the initiatives that was launched 1 year ago, it was to launch an award for young African companies, and this award has been now implemented. In 1 year, over 170 candidacies were brought together. We did that with partners that I'm now going to invite to join me up here on stage. And over the next 5 minutes, we're going to give out the award of young African companies, and that is the outcome of your thoughts, of an international jury, and also of a huge number of participants. So please allow me to welcome on stage Etienne Daen, the editor-in-chief of Le Point, Anthony from Point Afrique, and they're going to now tell us what the palmarès of this Grand Prix, this award of the young African company is. So this is under the patronage of the President of Gabon, for the equivalent of 100,000 euros. Thank you, Richard. Thank you to the New York Forum, which awarded 100,000 euros. So the idea was to give this award to companies which are 100% African, which are innovative, which are young, people who do good around them, and people who do good. And they do it both in the Point Africa, and it's also important to talk about what goes well in Africa. We know that we hear a lot in media about what's not going well, but it's a preoccupation within France 24. They talk a lot about the entrepreneurs in Africa. So Stéphanie and Antoine from France 24 is going to present the list of the award winners. Hello, everyone. So it's functioning. So I'm delighted to be here again and to give out this award. I'm delighted also to have participated in it. So we looked at all 170 candidacies. So there's Etienne and myself worked on that, but also Richard Attias, who's part of the jury, Samir Ben Maklouf, Véron Macous, Serge Mikoto, Brad Simmons, Marie-Cécile Zazou, and they all participated in this jury. They're all part of this jury. It was very difficult, as you can imagine, 170 candidacies, which were very interesting, a lot of innovation in the different projects. It's true that entrepreneurs in Africa are dynamic and they need to be encouraged. So we have 4 winners for this award. 3 of them are here with us today, and I'm going to call them up onto the stage now. So first of all, Betty Ikarani, she's from Uganda. She created a startup called Appropriate Energy Saving Technologies. And this startup, it transforms the skins of peanuts into small bricks, which enables women to have a source of energy which is far less polluting than coal. So thank you very much to be with us here, Betty Ikarani. And now I'll call up Evans Vadongo. He's from Kenya, and he's a co-founder of GreenWize Energy, which is a startup which is also in renewable energy. It proposes products, in particular lamps, solar lamps. So thank you for being here with us. Alain Teff, he's also one of the award winners. He's from Cameroon, Alain, and he's the co-founder and director of the startup called GiftedMom, and that startup has developed an application of mobile technology which reminds women who are pregnant when they need to go and see their doctor and when their medical appointments are, and it reminds mothers of when the next vaccination dates are for their babies. There's also a 4th award winner who unfortunately can't be with us today here. He's called Abdou Maman, and he's created Tech-Innov, and that's an irrigation system. So that's also a startup which is in innovation field. So we're going to start with our special prize. Our special prize, it's the one that we're really flashed upon. So there's 10,000 euros for the startup. So thank you, Etienne. So the prize coup de cœur goes to Betty Ikarani. So well done. So we really need to applaud her and clap her very loud. She's come from a long way. It's taken her a long time to get here, to be with us. She lives several hours from the capital of Uganda, so it's been complicated for her to get here, but we're delighted to have her with us. The third prize, it's also 10,000 euros, so that goes to Tech-Innov. So that's for Abdul Maman, its founder, who's from Nigeria. He can't be with us here today, but we can applaud him, of course, anyway. And we really congratulate him very warmly, of course. The second prize, this is 30,000 euros now, this award. And this second prize goes to Evans Wadongo, who's the co-founder of GreenWize Energy, and he's from Kenya. So well done, Evans. And the first prize, it's 50,000 euros now, 50,000 euros, and this award goes to Alain Ntef, who's the co-founder of GiftedMom. So thank you to all of you, and really we can applaud them very, very warmly, of course. And I'm being told that in the top 50, of these best candidacies, you can find the list on the website of France 24 and of the New York Forum, and also of Le Point magazine in France. So just one more thing. Of course, we'd like to have a word with them before they leave the stage. So Malik, if you had one question. So, ladies first, of course. So, Betty Ikalani.
What will you do with the money you have won?
Thank you so much. I'm first of all so happy to stand here because it's a privilege to the women that I represent back in Uganda. I am going to use this money. I'm going to use this money to expand our business, to buy the machinery that can help us produce more of the briquettes that we can be able to supply to so many people, because we have created a lot of demand. But our biggest problem has been getting the capital to buy the machines that can help us increase our production. And then the remaining money we shall use to train more women to increase the distribution and marketing network that we are creating so that we can take our products nearer to the users so that many people can be able to use clean fuel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Merci.
Bravo.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Mr. Evans Wadondo, what will you do with the money you win?
Thank you so much. I'm so happy for this award. For us, a company, we want to be able to, make sure that renewable energy is the norm in many countries in Africa, and so we're expanding into other countries from Kenya, and so this our prize will help us to venture into Malawi, to do our first pilot in Malawi, so that we can have at least 10,000 people using renewable energy in the next 2 years.
Thank you very much. Merci. Merci. Maintenant, on va poser la même question.
And the same question now, of course, to Alain Ntef from GiftedMom. What are you going to do with this money that you've got from this, with this magnificent project that you've carried out? Well, thank you. 2 years ago, when we were fighting against infantile death with new technologies, and we wanted to use new technologies and mobile technologies. So with this money, we're going to duplicate the impact that we have in Cameroon, and we're going to want to expand it to other African countries, because we want all of us to fight against baby deaths and cot deaths and mother's deaths in Africa. So thank you, everyone. And Richard, please, you take the microphone. You can conclude on these awards, but we're going to carry on talking about African companies because there's a huge amount going on. We were really surprised by the number of candidacies and their quality. And we'll be back next year, and it will be even better, I'm sure. And really, for all the companies, for all the private sector, really support these startups. There are financing that exist. We need to help them. What they're doing is fantastic, and we've seen that with Etienne, with all the teams also from France 24, with Stéphanie, for all the members of jury that I really want to thank. It's that you don't have to go to Silicon Valley. The quality of innovation and the capacity to innovate is here, and it exists, and you need to support that. Invest in these young people. They're fantastic. They're a bit shy, but there are hundreds like them, and really they deserve that we really support them. They're the energy of this continent. There's no doubt about that. Bravo. And thank you.
Bravo.